ladies and gentlemen, it's part 2 of the morning show. That's right, I had to break my protocol. I hadn't even combed my hair. I'm having a bad hair day, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm here because gangster news must go on. That's right, we're on call 24 hours a day, baby. The president had a great rally yesterday. That's right, it was wonderful. We love the president. We love to scream out, lock her up, lock her up. I can't, it was so much fun. I love the rallies, ladies and gentlemen. I really love the rallies. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we got problems here. We're still trying to deport MS-13. You know, let me tell you about MS-13 and the drug problems that are happening here in America. You know, we have a special report, okay? I went live on location. I was live on location, okay, at an MS-13 drug crack house. That's right. I was out there, you know, doing some private investigating. And all of a sudden, 2 narcos pulled up. And they said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I said, "Well, you know, I said, I'm a painter and I came over here to see El Mexico." And he was MS-13. He was a traitor, a reverse, you know, Chicano. That's right. They got him, ladies and gentlemen. So they said, "What are you doing here hanging out at this crack house early in the morning?" But I was wearing my painter's pants. It was my disguise, ladies and gentlemen. I said, "Sir, I'm just going to work. I came over here to pick up Mexico to see if he wants to go to work today, but no one's answering the door." So they asked for my identification and stuff, you know, I coughed it up. It was extreme vetting, ladies and gentlemen, extreme vetting. So they wrote me out a citation that says, "You've been, you know, prowling and loitering and hanging around, you know, in a place where suspected drug activity is taking place." They gave me a ticket for being at a crack house. So, it didn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. I was doing investigative reporting. So, I moved on to the other crack house that was operated by MS-13. And I knocked on the door, and in Spanish they said, "¿Quién?" That's the way they always did it. "¿Quién?" That means who in English. But this morning, I knocked on the door at the MS-13 crack house because I'm doing investigative reporting, and a voice cried out from within behind the door inside the house. It said, "Who?" That should have been my tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. That should have alerted me. Red flag should have went up. I should have known that there was some hanky-panky going on in the house. And I said, "It's Indio." And the door opened. I'm standing in front of the door, and a hand reaches out, grabs me by the arm, and yanks me inside the house. Next thing you know, I'm surrounded by sheriffs. There was 5 of the biggest sheriff's officers I have seen in my life. They were raiders, drug raiders, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. They were closing in on MS-13, and I happened to be there doing an investigative story. So they said, "What are you doing here?" And these guys were as big as refrigerators. I mean, where do they get these people? So I looked over, and over there into the living room area. They pulled me into the kitchen, and I seen all these people on their knees and handcuffed and, just hanging out. None of them were talking. They were all looking at me, and I'm surrounded by the sheriffs, and they said, "You came here to buy crack, didn't you?" I said, "No, sir. No, sir. I'm a painter, and I came here And there he is right there. I came here looking for Mexico, which is MS-13. I'm looking for Mexico because I wanted to see if he wanted to go to work. Well, this one cop, he kept waving his bag in front of my face and everything, and it had little pieces of stuff in there. It looked like wax or, I don't know. Well, he insinuating? He was insinuating that I went there to make a drug deal. That's right, to purchase some crack cocaine for my cabeza. But no, I was doing investigative reporting, damn you. So, I said, what are you doing, man? He said, well, I bet you got a $20 bill in that pocket right there. And I said, no. So he reached in there and he didn't find nothing. He said, it's in that pocket over there. I said, no. And he reached in there and he found a $20 bill and it was folded up in a little square. He said, why is it that everybody that comes to buy crack, they always fold up their $20 bills? I said, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a painter. And I came here to pick up Mexico to see if he wanted to go to work this morning. I couldn't tell him I was on an investigative news, undercover reporter from GANGSTA News, who makes America great. So, it was a dilemma. They say, you smoke crack. I said, no, I don't. They say, you came to buy crack. I said, no, I didn't. So it went on and on. We were going round and round. I'm surrounded by these cops, and everybody's on their knees on the floor, handcuffed, and nobody said a word. It was just a conversation between me and the law enforcement officers. I couldn't blow my own cover. Damn you now! At that moment, we were in the kitchen. The back door opens up to the kitchen. And two undercover police officers walk in. They were long haired, scruffy looking. And they happened to be the two undercover, narcotics officers who gave me a citation for being over at the other crack house across town. So they walked in and they spotted me. Everything stopped and one of them says, wait a minute, let me guess. This man says he's a painter, and he came over here to pick up that guy in Mexico so he could take him to work. And when I heard that, ladies and gentlemen, I just couldn't take it anymore, and I started cracking up. I was laughing at the top of my lungs, hysterical laughter. I couldn't stop. I'm cracking up. I couldn't stop. It was so funny. I was out of control laughing. And it was contagious. Next thing you know, the 5 sheriff's officers who were trying to arrest me started cracking up. And they went into hysterical laughter. And then the 2 undercover police officers broke out into hysterical laughter. That makes 7 police officers and me standing there in the kitchen. That makes 8. And we're all cracking up, laughing like crazy. No, stop it. 20 minutes later, when we all came off the air, the guy handed me my driver's license and says, here, get out here. Don't do any more crack. I said, yes, sir.